We all know what it feels like to be tired, but there is a specific kind of exhaustion that sleep cannot fix. It's the exhaustion of being the only thing standing between the people you love and total disaster. For 9 seasons of Shameless, Fiona Gallagher wasn't just a character, she was a stress test for the human spirit. She is the chaotic heart of the South Side, a woman defined by how much she can endure before she breaks. But why, years after her exit, do we still miss her? Why does her chaotic, self-sabotaging, desperate journey hit so close to home? Today, we aren't just looking at Fiona Gallagher the character. We are looking at the psychology of the parentified child, the addiction to chaos, and the uncomfortable truth about why we, all of us, see ourselves in her. To understand Fiona, you have to understand the theft that occurred before the pilot episode even started. Fiona didn't just grow up fast, her childhood was stolen. Psychologists call this parentification. When Frank and Monica checked out, a 9-year-old Fiona checked in. This creates a devastating psychological paradox. She became an expert at raising others, but she remained an amateur at raising herself. Fiona skips the vital stages of development, the selfishness of being a teenager, the freedom to make mistakes without consequences. In her world, a mistake doesn't mean being grounded. It means Liam gets taken by CPS. It means the lights go out. This creates a woman whose entire identity is the fixer. She is the CEO of the Gallagher Corporation. But notice what happens when the crisis stops, when the kids grow up. She spirals. She doesn't know who Fiona is because Fiona was never allowed to exist. She is a mother without children, a warrior without a war. And this brings us to the part of Fiona's life that frustrates the audience the most, her love life. Why does she cheat on the stable guy? Why does she chase the car thief? We often scream at the screen, be happy, choose the nice guy, but psychology tells us it's not that simple. Fiona is a textbook adult child of an alcoholic, ACOA. For her, love was modeled by Frank and Monica, a cycle of extreme highs and devastating lows. To Fiona, stability feels suspicious. Silence feels like the calm before the storm. When she is with a nice guy like Mike, her nervous system is bored. She is waiting for the other shoe to drop, and the anxiety of waiting becomes so unbearable that she eventually drops the shoe herself. She chooses Jimmy Steve or Robbie not because she's stupid, but because the chaos feels safe, it feels familiar. Fighting for affection is the only language of love she speaks. She self-sabotages because, tragically, she doesn't believe she belongs in a calm life. She is an addict, but her drug isn't alcohol. At first, it's adrenaline. This is where the story stops being about a girl from Chicago and starts being about us. You don't need an alcoholic father or 5 siblings to relate to Fiona Gallagher. You just need to know what it feels like to be the strong one. How many of us have felt like the glue holding our friend group together? How many of us feel like we have to earn our place in the world by being useful? We relate to Fiona because she represents that terrifying imposter syndrome of adulthood. We are all just kids wearing adult clothes, faking confidence, hoping nobody notices we're terrified. Fiona represents the burnout generation. She works harder than anyone, she sacrifices everything, and yet she still falls behind. We see our own financial anxieties in her. We see our own fear that no matter how hard we try, we are destined to turn into our parents. When Fiona cries, she cries for everyone who has ever had to repress their own needs to take care of someone else. She is the patron saint of the overwhelmed. The tragedy of the strong one is that people forget you need support too. Because Fiona made it look easy for so long, her family assumed she was invincible. Her downward spiral in later seasons, the drinking, the apathy, was inevitable. It was the result of compassion fatigue. You can only pour from an empty cup for so long before you smash the cup against the wall. But this crash was necessary. She had to fail. She had to be bad. She had to lose the title of Saint Fiona to finally become a human being. Fiona's ending is controversial, but it is perfect. She didn't get the fairy tale wedding. She didn't get the big promotion. She got a plane ticket. She left. And that is the most heroic thing she ever did. She realized that to save herself, she had to stop saving everyone else. We love Fiona Gallagher because she shows us that you can be broken, you can be messy, you can make unforgivable mistakes, and you are still worthy of a fresh start. We are all Fiona, and maybe, just maybe, that means we all deserve to get on that plane. Please subscribe to the channel to get more character breakdowns. Thanks for watching.